All right, guys, hello. I am Facial. I'm excited to be back with another video. Today, we are talking about most common mistakes that couples make when planning their weddings in 2026 and 2027. Really excited about this because these are going to be common, more modern mistakes. So let's go ahead and dive in. Just a quick reminder, I've been a wedding planner for over 15 years. And so these mistakes come from things that I know are going to affect the outcome, how smooth your event goes, and the success of your event. So I'm excited about sharing these with you because I never share mistakes without sharing what you can do instead so that you can win in your wedding. So the number one mistake, it's a hot topic given the times that we are in. But number one is letting ChatGPT plan your wedding. Letting ChatGPT plan your wedding is one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make right now. The reason I say this is because anything that comes from ChatGPT is going to be somewhat generic. It's going to be generic. Now, if you are like, hey, I just want to get through this wedding, I'm not trying to be unique. I'm not trying to do anything trend-setting. I'm not trying to do anything particularly unique. Then yeah, letting ChatGPT plan your wedding could be great. However, if you are not, then letting ChatGPT plan your wedding can be a huge challenge. And here's why. One of the things that we do a lot in our business, and one of the things that I specialize in, is planning multicultural and cross-cultural weddings. That means sometimes we've planned weddings for couples that are from 4 different places. Each person has parents who are from 2 different countries, and we're trying to blend all these cultures and all these things put together. There's a lot of nuance in that. There's a lot of nuance involved in making sure that everybody's seen and heard. And to be honest, ChatGPT usually cannot keep up, right, with that kind of nuance. There's nuance in your personality, in your personal style, in how different you want to be or how on trend you want to be with your wedding. A lot of those nuances are not captured when you just relegate everything to whatever ChatGPT tells you to do. Because trust me, ChatGPT is telling hundreds and thousands of other people to do the same thing. So if you want to be unique, if you want to create something that feels like you and that celebrates you and your fiance, then I don't recommend relegating everything to ChatGPT. You're going to get a lot of answers with no context. There's a lot of context involved to give you sufficient answers. So for instance, with wedding details, one of the things that we do is that we ask you to submit every single vendor contract, in addition to filling out a detailed questionnaire where you tell us your vision, what's important to you, tell us all these things. That allows us to incorporate all of it together. Yes, a human being does the work of incorporating all of it together and giving you back, hey, this is how your wedding should flow. These are the things that you should change and adjust that you have planned so far to make sure that that happens. It's a personalized experience. To get a personalized wedding, you need someone to give you that personalized experience. I wouldn't recommend relegating everything to ChatGPT. Now, the number 2 thing that a lot of people make a mistake with is actually similar, and that is inviting too many cooks to the kitchen, inviting too many people's opinion into what you're doing. You know, one of the things that, always makes me maybe cringe a little bit when I look at Reddit or when I look at other online sites where people are asking for help and asking for advice, particularly DIY clients, is when they say things like, should I have a circle arch or should I have a square arch? Should I go with coffee mugs as favors or should I go with shot glasses? Either of those could work. These are actually decisions that are very personal to you. Like, what is your style? What do you like? Like, that should be the answer, right? Like, what is important to you? It's your wedding, right? So again, when you invite too many opinions, multiple things can happen. Number 1, you can ask on a forum, should I go with shot glasses or should I go with mugs? 50% of people say mugs and 50% of people say shot glasses. So now what do? The worst part is that you're getting all these different responses, you're reading through them, still not really making progress. It only adds to your anxiety because you're trying to find the right answer in an area where there is no right answer. It's about your style, it's about your preference, it's about you. I think that as a society, we are so socialized to believe that there's one answer for everything. But when it comes to a lot of things, like a wedding, like designing your home or certain other things, it's really more about your style and being able to stand in it and be firm and be honest about who you are, what you want, and what you like. So this is a time that you're going to be faced with making decisions and really coming to terms with, what do I like? I think that you lose that a lot when every decision runs through a filter of other people's opinions. Should I serve red velvet or should I serve vanilla as my cake? Should I have a first dance right after I come in, or should I wait till later? Should I invite my mom to do a mother-daughter dance with me, or should I only do it with my dad? All of these decisions, there's no right or wrong answer. It's really about what you feel in your heart and then being able to live it out, because there's no way that your wedding is going to feel like your wedding. It's going to feel true to you if you keep relegating these opinions to everybody else on the internet. You don't want to look back on your wedding day and say, oh, I did this because everybody else said I should do it. It should always be because this is what I felt, and I'm still excited that I did it my way. That should always be the answer. Now, another common mistake that a lot of people make in 2026 and 2027, oh my goodness, is focusing on design only. A lot of times when people look at wedding trends, when they look at wedding ideas, it's almost like everything's about decor. Your decision about who you're hiring as a wedding planner is based entirely on decor. It's all about decor, 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 decor. Guest experience has a lot more to do with a lot more than just decor. Being on time, clear communication, great entertainment. There's so much more. Great food. Service times that don't take forever. Oh my goodness. Did you know that you could plan a wedding and have the food take over 2 hours to be served? There's a right and a wrong way to do food service at a wedding, particularly if you are doing a plated menu. There's so many other things to consider than just decor. So if the only thing you think about and the only thing you're putting effort into when it comes to your wedding is decor, I wanted to let you know that that is a huge mistake. And particularly the one thing that you do want to put more effort into is your logistics. Terrible logistics will ruin everything else. It'll ruin the decor. It'll ruin the way people feel about your guest experience if your wedding is running late and they're rushing through everything. I've attended multiple weddings where everything was running behind. It was beautiful, but everything was running behind, and the end of the wedding was rushed. The couple came in, we danced for 20 minutes, and then we were out of time. Nobody wants that. It didn't feel good to me because I knew that the couple didn't get what they wanted. I wasn't happy with that. I didn't even really get much time to really celebrate and party the way I wanted to. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and tell you point blank, logistics are more important than decor when it comes to a wedding. It is more important that your wedding starts on time, that it's smooth, that people know exactly where they need to be and where, that they have clear communication. All those things are more important than just it being pretty. Because a pretty wedding that starts 2 hours late is a disaster. A pretty wedding that even starts 30, 45 minutes late can be a disaster, right? So that is what you really want to put more time into versus just the look of things. As I'm saying this, you probably remember attending an event or a wedding or something like that that started really late, and you remember the way it made you feel. You don't want your guests to feel that way. So you definitely want to put more effort and emphasis into the logistics, which is what we do over at Wedded Details because we're so passionate about it. Now, the last mistake that a lot of people make when planning their wedding in 2026, 2027 is not inviting a professional second opinion on what you already have planned. Now, I get it. Wedding planning can be expensive. You're probably spending at least $8,000, $10,000. You're probably seeing the quotes for wedding planners in your area. I get it. It's expensive, particularly like if you're planning a $20,000 wedding, why would you pay $10,000 on a planner? I get it. But with Wedded Details, we're offering you really affordable options under $1,000, well under $1,000 to help you throughout the planning process and to help you to have that second opinion. You upload every single one of your contracts. A human being reads through them. We find the nuances and let you know, like, hey, this is great, but these are some of the things you want to change, right? To make sure that your day goes smooth. And this is how to communicate it to the vendor. Hey, thank you. We're so excited to work with you. These are 3 things that we need to update to make sure our day goes smoothly. Here's our timeline. Let us know if you have any questions. That kind of thing. You need the support of weekly calls. We have weekly calls where you can get on the phone with our Wedded Detail specialist and ask questions. Say, hey, I emailed our vendor and they said this and I don't know how to respond. You have that support. That second opinion, a professional second opinion, is very important because without it, you can just kind of be doing whatever up until the wedding day. And then after the wedding is when you realize all the things that you should have done better to ensure that you have a smooth day. And by that point, the day's over. Right? You don't want to put all this effort into planning this amazing event just for it to fall flat. You need that second opinion. When it comes to medical advice, legal advice, things that are really important to people always seek a second opinion. This is another area that you want to seek a second opinion. And with Wedded Details, we provide that in our Wedded Details Classic package. So make sure you go ahead, check it out, visit weddeddetails.com, learn more about it, sign up. If you have any questions, ask us. We're happy to answer them, but I want you to know that every mistake that we've shared in here, that there is an answer for it. You can work around it, and many of them can be solved honestly through having that second opinion to comb through everything and to let you know, like, hey, we've been doing this for many years and this is a common pitfall that I see. Here's how to adjust it so that you can run with it and enjoy your wedding day. All right, so thanks for tuning in. Share this with someone that you know who needs to see it. I'm sure you know someone who's engaged. Share this with them so that they see it and they can take action. And we can't wait to see you again in a future video.